Alexis Sanchez will be joining Manchester United, the news divided opinion amongst the Gunners faithful. There were those who felt let down by the player's decision to join a bitter rival, whereas there were plenty who instantly acknowledged the fact that Arsenal are just no longer the immovable force we once were. The lack of ambition we so often refer to from the club's leadership was always going to affect our ability to hold on to our biggest talents. As part of the aforementioned deal, Armenian international Henrikh Mkhitaryan came the other way. Again, there was no overriding general consensus. Some argued he failed to produce at Old Trafford and that once again we'd have to make do with a cast-off, whereas others leapt to his defence, arguing that he'd been unable to replicate the form he showed in Dortmund due to the restrictions imposed on him by Jose Mourinho and his mundane playing style. Approximately 5 weeks on from the closure of the transfer window, I felt this a suitable time to compare how the two players have adapted to life at their new clubs. Mkhitaryan's Arsenal debut came in a 3-1 defeat at Swansea back on January 30th. His second half introduction failed to have the desired impact. However, our new signing showed some signs of the talent that earned him a move to the Premier League in the first place, that being the only positive from what was a bitterly disappointing night overall. His standout performance in an Arsenal shirt so far came at the Emirates during the annihilation of Everton, where he registered 3 assists. Despite his overall impressive start to life in North London, there have been some average displays along the way, it must be said. However, his performance in the San Siro just last Thursday certainly wasn't one of those. Mkhitaryan had the craft to cut inside a helpless Davide Calabria, and the attacking midfielder's venomous shot found its way past Gianluigi Donnarumma in the Milan goal. The January signing has now been directly involved in 5 goals in his first Premier League appearances. A pretty impressive start. But for me, the best thing about Mkhitaryan's arrival has been that the responsibility to provide or create is now shared, and we are no longer solely reliant on Mesut Ozil as our creative source. In contrast, Alexis Sanchez has yet to improve at Old Trafford, scoring just the 1 league goal and yet to register an assist for his new club. Now, am I suggesting that Mkhitaryan is a better player than Alexis? No, not for a minute. However, what I will say is that this further highlights the significance of compatibility when trying to integrate a player into a new system. Jose is yet to find the way of getting the best out of Alexis. The Chilean's performances so far have been average at best, and so perhaps from a Gunner's point of view, losing our star man wasn't the disaster we initially predicted. Don't forget to subscribe to this Arsenal dedicated YouTube channel and check out our podcast, The Chronicles of a Gooner, on iTunes, SoundCloud, or wherever you get your pods from. Like, share, comment, and I'm interested to hear what you guys think on today's topic. Cheers.